Fuwa remembers when he was a child, specifically on New Year's Eve. By chance, he came across a fight on a ring being broadcast on television. It was a battle where one could prove their masculinity by punching another, and the one who dominated in the end was considered the strongest in the world. Little Fuwa didn't dream of becoming a cartoon hero, but of becoming the strongest person in the world. That same night, after watching the fight, he wondered what he had to do to become the strongest. The answer he found was very simple. He had to give up everything. He got rid of his schoolbooks and video games, stopped hanging out with friends, and began skipping classes. His goal was greater, and he couldn't waste time. He didn't even care about having a girlfriend or making money. None of that mattered to him because he was happy with his purpose. Now in the present, Fuwa tells Rikudo that he will become the strongest in the world, and if he achieves that goal, nothing else matters. The girl smiles and gets ready to do something. A man who is observing the scene warns Fuwa to be careful because she is preparing a mount escape technique. Although at first glance that position seems impossible to escape, there are ways to get out of it. However, against a skilled fighter, maintaining the mount can be very difficult. But that only applies when both fighters are in the same weight class. Just then, Fuwa gets ready to attack. He starts throwing punches at Rikudo's face. It is revealed that Fuwa weighs twice as much as Rikudo. That prevents her from changing position or even turning around to free herself from the punches, which means that escaping is impossible. The man watching the fight reflects that Fuwa is serious as he keeps punching her without stopping. Rikudo keeps defending herself blow after blow. But then the fighter notices something strange and asks why she's smiling. The girl, upon hearing the question, is surprised and asks if she really was smiling. Fuwa tells her that he is hitting her head and that she should just surrender and go to the hospital. But she replies that she doesn't care, that she was just thinking that the scene looks very problematic. A grown man mounted on top of a helpless student punching her without mercy. And if that image appeared on the news, his chances of becoming world champion would vanish. He responds that it's just training, but Rikudo questions him, reminding him that she is in her school uniform. Does he really think the media will believe that? She finds him very naive. The fighter, a bit curious, asks what the point of all that is, and the girl throws another question at him. Hasn't he figured it out yet? She then reveals that she's recording everything. Fuwa is shocked and immediately thinks of the boy who came with her, convinced that he is the one recording. But when he looks at him, he realizes that's not the case and that the boy is just watching. That moment of distraction is seized by Rikudo, who quickly applies a scissor lock. She manages to change position and finally escape the mount. Relieved, she comments that she finally managed to escape. Fuwa gets up immediately and yells at her if she's crazy, because what she did was cheating, and beyond that, made no sense. Rikudo justifies herself by saying that in the end, she managed to break free, but he yells that that's not the point. He says he understands that she used dirty tactics and even ignored the rules just to balance the strength between them. Even so, he questions her about what she said regarding recording. He points out that it only makes sense because she's a student and he's a professional fighter, and it was all just training. Besides, winning a fight that way won't make her the strongest in the world. Rikudo looks at him and asks what he's talking about. She never said she wanted to be the strongest in the world. All she wants is to defeat the person in front of her, and that's all. Many thanks to the channel members, Rafioltron and Sweet Tea, for their valuable support to this project. That said, see you in the next video.